and it provides a habitat for ducks, turtles, fish, and migrating birds. As we come in, you're going to look straight ahead towards the left-hand side, towards the back. Then we have this little honey-colored barra singer deer. The barra singer deer get the name from the look of the male antlers. The word barra singer means chautan in Hindi, which means the males at full maturity can have from 12 to 14 points on their antlers. Also, be on the lookout for the spotted axis deer and the black buck antelope. We see those two species have migrated towards the other side of the exhibit over the hill on the left-hand side. We'll be catching up to them in about 6 to 8 minutes on the other side. Also, we see a few of India's national birds, the peafowl. Did you know that only males are called peacocks? Females are called peahens. Males will use the long colorful back feathers to attract the peahens during the mating season. Once they mate, they lose the long colorful back feathers and regrow them again for next year's mating season. The small hawks we're about to pass represent an important conservation story about the barra singer deer, which totaled less than 100 not that long ago.
In 1970, there were estimated to be only 66 of the Barasingha deer remaining in central India. But this population was saved by the cooperation of the local Indian community. Like the shacks you see here, there were many small farms using space in and around India's Kanha National Park. These people were coming into contact with the deer and the tigers that were also living there. Through cooperation with the Indian government, local communities agreed to relocate their villages. By moving, the farmers still had land to farm, but the tigers and their prey got more room to roam.
We all know that a species that is extinct no longer exists, like the dinosaurs or the dodo bird. The next animal we'll see was on the verge of extinction. In fact, the Mongolian wild horse was extinct in nature and could only be found in captivity. As we come into the exhibit, we have 7.5 horses. You see less than 7.5, just keep on counting as we catch up to the rest as we move along. We have 2 right in front of us. The rest should be on top of the straight ahead towards the back or on top of the hill on the right hand side. As you can see, these horses are the only true wild horses living today. They differ in appearance from domestic horses. They have a stockier build, shorter legs, and an erect mane which is missing a forelock. The pieces of mane that falls over the forehead of a domesticated horse. There are also genetic differences that distinguish these wild horses from domestic horses. Captive breeding of Mongolian wild horses started with a group of 28 animals in 1901, while the Bronx Zoo received its first animals in 1902, and we have maintained our herd ever since. Just recently, there have been some reintroductions of Mongolian wild horses in several areas of Mongolia and China, from herds in North American and Asian zoos. As you come up, you're going to start looking straight ahead to the top of the small hill. Look on the right hand side where you see the half. His name is Naren, born over 10 weeks ago. Here's some information about the Mongolian wild horses and their history.
The first accounts of Mongolian wild horses come from rock engravings, paintings, and even cave drawings that date back more than 20,000 years. And the first written accounts were from Tibet, sometime around 900 AD. But these horses remained largely unknown and unnamed to the Western world for many years. During an expedition to Central Asia in 1879, a famous Russian explorer and naturalist, Colonel Nikolai Przhevalsky, encountered the horse in western Mongolia. Because of his discovery, this species is also known as Przhevalsky's horse.
Though our field researchers sometimes have trouble finding the animals that they want to study in the wild, I will be able to help you pinpoint those animals today, even if they are not in plain sight. As you look for the animals, think of where you will go if you wanted a shady spot, a quiet place to rest, or a little bit of grazing time. Right now, we'll be on the lookout for 2 of our endangered species, the brown antlered deer and the gaur. If you look towards the back fence, you want to follow the fence all the way down towards the right hand side, and right on the fence line, you get to see 1 or 2 of the brown antlered deer. We'll get to see the rest of the herd. Just follow the fence line all the way down towards the right. As you pass these trees on the ground, keep on in the same direction. On towards the right, we see the brown antlered deer. The brown antlered deer get the name from the curved shape of the male deer antlers, currently classified as vulnerable. This deer is continuing to lose its wild space. In many places, herds must resort to feeding on crops as their natural habitat. has been taking over for farming. As we move along, stay looking towards the right hand side. Right in front of us, we're going to see the Gower. Gower are the largest.